We have over 1,000 units completed and under management. And right now we have just under 600 units under construction or getting ready to come out of the ground.
I love this, dude. This conversation is going to be great. If you are into, because the point of this show is making an embarrassing amount of money, keeping more of the money you make through understanding tax benefits and how the tax structure works, multiplying your money, right? Like making it really
compounding
grow,
it,
and then making your money matter. And we're going to talk about all those things on today's show, because not only do you have successful businesses that are earning you a ton of earned income, you're playing the investing game really smartly because you're a professional builder. You've built some amazing houses, luxury houses, regular houses, neighborhoods, condos, like you ran the gamut of all of that. So I want to unpack some of that. But now you're building multifamily from the ground up, or taking distressed multifamily projects, pretty much just ripping them apart and then putting them back together, even adding more units to the parcels, figuring out how to maximize the space. And like you said, you have almost 1,600 units will be completed here within the next few years.
Yeah.
And man, when I think about getting into the multifamily game as a developer, as a builder, this is why I consider you one of my mentors, is because you're building a really smart product at the right moment in time. Like, you're not building these insanely overbuilt, overdeveloped luxury type apartments. You're building affordable housing.
Correct.
And you're doing it at scale. So first off, welcome to the show, man. I'm excited you're here.
I'm excited to be here, and I appreciate you, man. As glamorous as all that sounds, I'm just a dude, man, from the streets, and just like everybody else, I found an industry I was lucky enough to take advantage of. And so I feel blessed to be here. I'm blessed that I recognized it, and I really didn't recognize it, man. You know, that I was ungrateful in this industry for a large number of years. I wanted out.
Really?
Yeah, man. I felt like it was a hard industry. I would look around at my buddies who owned like investment companies or other stuff that seemed so much easier than being in the dirt. And I just felt like they were just getting paid so massively. And some of them were making way more money than me for a long time. And I just didn't know how to get into their space. And I just kept doing what I was doing. And now I feel like I'm the last man standing, because those guys, some of them went out of business, some have been hit by the SEC, some have been hit by the CFPB. They've just had variables, and we're still here. So I feel blessed in that way.
The grass isn't always greener on the other side, is what you're saying. Yeah.
No, by far. And, sometimes that song by Garth Brooks just says some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers.
Oh yeah.
Man, I prayed to get out of this industry because I felt like it was so hard in early years because I was in the trenches doing it. Mm-hmm. And I just found better ways to do it. And I feel so grateful that I never got out of it, because now that I've actually figured out how the game works, it's been such a blessing, so much so that I want my kids to embrace it. And sometimes our kids don't listen to us. And I just think that this is the vehicle. Like, if they really have a light over them, this is a vehicle that can last exponentially for them, So I feel blessed in that regards.
Well, you've made some serious headway since 2016. When you think about it, to even complete and get 1,000 doors under management in just a few short years, plus another 600 in development, and you're here in town because we're about to go out and look at 3 different projects together.
Yep.
One in Apache Junction, one in Mesa, Arizona, and one in Chandler, where we're going to build from the ground up. And you're going to be our partner in the deal if we pull it. When?
Yeah, not when, not if.
When we pull this off. Because whenever you do your first project, and I didn't understand this in the beginning because I was thinking, how am I going to get into this space? I'm a single family house guy. I've bought apartments at auction. I bought apartments from other wholesalers. I flipped apartments. I own or am a part owner in a couple bigger apartment deals right now. But just starting since last year, when I really started moving into multifamily, getting mentored by you and Vina and my multifamily friends, I didn't realize I have to have a sponsor. I have to have a partner that's more experienced in the beginning to get me in the game.
Yeah.
So you're my sponsor, dude.
Well, we're gonna.
I need you.
We're gonna do it, and you know what's funny? You don't even know what you need in the beginning. We were talking about how there's multiple businesses within this business. I was naive getting into this.
Let's talk about it. Unpack
Yeah.
your first few years getting in. What was your first projects like? How did you build your power team?
Yeah.
How did you approach it versus now? Maybe like, how are you looking at things?
You know, I remember in 2009 sitting over in Gainey Ranch at the resort over in Scottsdale, Gainey Ranch. I was sitting there at the bar talking to a gentleman that was in self-storage. All I could think of, I was in retail at the time, and all I could think about as I sat there was how I was going to make the payments on all these properties for an extended amount of months if